Candidly, I've had a phenomenal experience with this whole foreclosure thing. I can't even explain how much I've learned. It, I've learned a lot. Not necessarily a good thing, though, but, this specific phone call, I caught it Friday, April 24th, 2009, 3:58 p.m. Check the cell phone. It lasted for 15 minutes. Driving home from the courthouse after I had a pre-mediation conference, the woman representing Countrywide, an attorney, debt collector, was sitting right there at the table. And then, of course, to her right was Jim, representing the condominium association. You know, Countrywide had called me up as many as 10 times. Even though we had basically made an agreement, I don't even know what you call it anymore, by the way. Many of you probably have gone through this, try a short sale. If it doesn't sell in 90 days, we'll go ahead and transfer title. That didn't happen. They changed guidelines for whatever reason. Kept calling me. Once I motioned for mediation, the calls went down. We're talking maybe 2 a week, the most 5. But they still called. Even like last week, last Tuesday they called me. And then boom, I'm on my way home from the courthouse. And look, I threw some things in there. In a sense, for me, it was kind of staged. I had talked to them so many times already anyway. We'd been through the same thing over and over and over. So, at the same time, the Countrywide representative, she's a robot. Who really wants to be a customer representative calling regarding foreclosure? And just literally going through the fraud that's coming right from the top. Kenneth Lewis, Bank of America, they own Countrywide. You really cannot enjoy that job. And what do? Say no? And you should. I'm not going to call these people and say what you want me to say. This is in court, I'm not a big fan of the ethics of Donald Trump and his attitude. And he's got a great point. He's a big name in business. He always says, if you don't love your job, quit. You're doing the wrong thing. You're going to run yourself into the ground. He's right. Who can really enjoy their job doing what they're doing? This customer service representative was, a robot. And she didn't call for a payment. She didn't call to update anything. Payments, we made payments for a year. We've been in court for the last 9 months. And they've been making the promise that they've been making. This is the kind of stuff that's been happening all throughout the country. Now I wonder why, 75% of homeowners are just getting up and leaving right when the foreclosure's filed. Duh, now I get it. They just give up. I'm sorry, this happens. And you get the prosecutors not doing their job. This is horrible. You see why the economy is the way it is right now. And the reason why anybody is buying Bank of America stock? Are you nuts? You think this company is liquid? We're talking about $238 a month. Speaking of the whole, do you want $238? I got that line. I didn't mean to be that way, but I just had to throw it out there. And to be very candid, I got that from back when I was a heathen. I watched this, I'm a Christian now, movie called Boomerang with Eddie Murphy in it. He was playing the role of Marcus. He went and asked this guy, what time does the show start? And the worker for this company wasn't paying attention, didn't even answer him. So he goes back, what time would the show start? That was kind of funny. So it may have been mean, I don't know. But the attitude, treating me like a complete and total deadbeat. You're not making payments, you're not making payments. I've got you on recording saying all this other garbage, lying to me, lying to me, lying to me. And it's happening to me, it's happening to hundreds of thousands of other people too. Guarantee it. This is what's happening. I know what the payment was. I just wanted her to tell you what the payment was so you can see how ridiculous this is. They're making phone calls to borrowers. You investors, do you realize that Bank of America is so desperate to collect $238? They're wasting your money to call somebody on their cell phone. They're paying this woman what they're paying her. We spent 15 minutes on the phone talking about nothing. She updated nothing. You shareholders, you should be ashamed of yourself. Do you see what these guys are doing? This is outrageous. I can't get over it. That's the biggest part of this thing. They're making these phone calls to update nothing. And the whole point of them not wanting a payment, I really think, I can't guarantee it, I can't prove it, I think it goes back to Washington, D.C. A man named Timothy Geithner, Secretary of the Treasury, said they want to buy toxic assets. My loan right now with Countrywide, you just heard it, absolutely is non-performing. It's a toxic asset. The Treasury wants to buy those toxic assets. If you're Bank of America, what would you rather have? Would you rather have an entire non-performing loan paid off in full or $238 a month? That's what we're dealing with here. So, I got a question. How many non-representative United States representatives are in foreclosure lawsuits right now? How many senators are in foreclosure lawsuits right now? With that, I'll be glad to take your questions. Thank you for your time. Praise the Lord.